Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before I move into 2019, I thought we would take a look back at some of my beauty favorites for the year 2018. I'll let you guys know that if you're interested in any of these products, I'm going to have them linked below this video where you can purchase them. I do use affiliate links, but as you guys know, I always use my affiliate earnings to reinvest back in my channel. So I order camera equipment, lighting equipment, all that stuff with your clicks basically. So thank you guys for using those. Let's talk first about a nail polish. My most used nail polish this year has probably been this shade. This is what's on my nails right now. It is by Essie. This is called Topless and Barefoot. So this is just like my absolute favorite nude polish. It is the perfect shade for my skin tone because I don't like shades like nude shades that are either too brownish or that are too pink. I want them to really just look kind of like my skin tone. I think my nails look so beautiful when I have this on, even though it is such a kind of a boring shade. Foundations, because this is kind of where I've made a big change this year. I've either not worn foundation at all or I go for like barely there types of foundations, like foundations that just make your skin look like skin. So this is the Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation. It's very liquidy, like you can hear when I shake it, it's very liquidy. So it's water based, it's easy to apply. I use my fingers when applying this. This one by MAC, and this is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. So with this one, same as the Makeup Forever one, you get 50 milliliters, which is more than normal. So most foundations you get 30 mils, and with these two you get 50. I wear the shade N1, but the thing is this is super sheer, so even if you don't have like the perfect color match, like you can probably blend it and make it work because like I said, they are very sheer. If you're wondering about the shade I am for the Makeup Forever one, it is R250. And another one that I have really enjoyed this year is this one by Clarence, and this is the Skin Illusion. This came out this year. It's the Natural Hydrating Foundation. This has SPF 15. This one I have in the shade 105, and I'm not sure if this is like really the right shade. I think it's a little bit too yellowish for me. So I might pick this up in a different shade in the future. This one I would say it's a little bit more coverage than these two. It's like a little bit creamier. It definitely has more coverage, but I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a medium. It's like light coverage. Like those ones are sheer, this one is light. So it's just like one step up from totally sheer coverage, and I really, really love this. This one also gives you kind of more of a glowy finish as well. If you're kind of over the Instaglam cake up and you want something that just makes your skin look radiant and fresh and youthful, I feel like these foundations are perfect. Okay, let's talk about blushes. My favorite blushes I use so much are the blushes by Kiko Cosmetics. I have been using their blushes for years. I started out purchasing these blushes myself before I was on the Kiko PR list. These came out a while ago. Now the only thing that's stupid is that these were all limited edition. So it's kind of dumb for me to show you guys these because you can't just rock up and buy these exact shades that I'm showing you, but look at how gorgeous these blushes are. These ones had this kind of trio effect with different colors, but the similarity between all these blushes are that they have this gorgeous slight sheen finish. They look gorgeous on the skin. They're easy to apply. They have the perfect amount of pigmentation. Like they're not pigmented to the point where you look like a clown. These blushes often come out either around the holiday season. So they just had the Sparkling Holiday collection where they released 2 or 3 shades. And then they also have them sometimes in the summer. So if you can't like buy these exact colors like this one, I mean, how gorgeous is this? They all have that very similar sheen to them. They are baked, they're made in Italy, so I feel like the quality of these is just incredible. And this is what I'm wearing today. This you might still be able to find if you go on the Kiko website or if you have a Kiko store, if they still have the Sparkling Holiday collection, which came out in December. Maybe they still have some of these. This one also came out this year. This one's called Dreaming Coral. Like, look at them. They are just So stunning. I have talked at length about these blushes. I feel like a broken record. Just looks gorgeous on, there you can see that one swatched. Looks gorgeous on the cheeks, gives you that glow without any obnoxious glitter or sparkle to it. Just gives that smooth sheen that I would highly recommend checking out the blushes from Kiko. These baked blushes, they're not part of their permanent collection, unfortunately. I really wish that they did have these permanently. Like I said, they come out at least, I think, like twice a year, usually around the holidays or in the summers. All right, next up I want to talk about my hands down favorite eyeshadow palette, I think, of all time. And I know that's a big statement, but it is this one. I know it looks right now here, it looks like it's barely used, but if I do go a bit closer, well, the lighting is a bit bright the closer I go, but there are considerable dents in some of the shades in here. The Vizart Neutral Matte Palette. This is like my workhorse palette. This palette is always here in my drawer where I get ready because I combine this palette with anything. Let's say I get a colorful palette and then I'm looking for the perfect crease tone, or I'm looking for the perfect color to blend out that shadow, or the perfect shade to darken things up, or the perfect under the brow color, then I will reach for this. Sometimes I do a look just using this palette. If I'm going for just like a quick all matte look, then I will use this, but I like to combine this with other palettes, so that's why this is always in there. So I actually use this for my brows as well. I don't even have a brow powder anymore because I use this palette. I usually use this color right here for my brow, and I'm kind of hoping that at some point Vizart will sell these little pans individually, because at some point, probably in the near future, I'm going to hit pan on this, and at some point it'll be empty, and then I don't want to have to repurchase a whole palette just for like this one shade, but this is absolutely my go-to shade for blending out under the brow. Take it with me on all my trips. It's super pigmented, easy to blend, absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. I don't need a mirror. I love the fact that it's clear, you know exactly what you're picking up. Another kind of brand that I've really discovered for myself this year is Juvia's Place. It's an indie brand out of the States. I ordered directly from the Juvia's website. They have really great sales on whenever there's like a major US holiday. So I bought some of them in the Memorial Day sale, and I know actually I got a friend of mine onto these, also here from Switzerland. I bought this one full price. This is the Warrior, the original. They just came out with the Warrior 2, which is an all matte palette, but this is the original Warrior. This is all gold tones. I've been wearing this actually quite a bit in the fall and winter. Then the Zulu. Honestly, I bought this in the hopes that I would wear more color, and I am so annoyed at myself because I haven't really reached for this palette because I don't wear colors like this. And that's the reason I bought it. The reason I bought it is to force myself to wear more color again. I'm gonna put this palette here in my get ready area and then like force myself to use this. And I have the Saharan, the original one, which I just showed you guys before. This is like a warm toned one. And then this one I really love too, the Masquerade palette. Yeah, this has like bright colors here and then neutral colors here. So often what I would do is I would get one of these palettes and then mix it with my Vizart Neutral Matte. So that's kind of what I've been doing mostly. They have really great shimmers. Like I love, love, love their shimmers. They are just gorgeous. Like the pigmentation of these is stunning. The price is so incredible for the quality. So if you like pigmented shadows with like a lot of color payoff, then Juvia's is amazing. Okay, as far as powder goes, I have been using this powder so much. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. I love this. I love the way it's packaged. A net in here so that when you open it, the powder, like I can hold it like this upside down, nothing comes out. And then when you put your powder brush in, the powder goes onto the brush like perfectly. So I love the packaging. It's not messy at all. It goes on completely transparent. It's just a beautiful powder that looks like absolutely nothing, because as I've gotten older, I've found that powder really makes a big difference. Like the heavier the powder, the more my fine lines start to get more pronounced. Like if I'm putting on, you know, a ton of heavy powder here or like whatever, then the lines show up more. So I've been really loving this powder because it is so fine. It doesn't add any extra coverage. Like the coverage I really go for is just from the foundation. So whatever foundation I'm going for, that's the coverage I want. Yeah, I have the loose powder, and then I also have the pressed powder format, which I take with me on the go to blot. It's just a great blotting powder as well. It soaks up oil. Okay, and I have to do a quick shout out to one of my absolute favorite collections this year, and that was the Smashbox Vlada collab. I love the eyeshadow palette that they came out with. Maybe you can still find this somewhere. This is the Rose Gold Petal Metal eyeshadow palette. This is one of their cover shot palettes. So this is so gorgeous. Like, I don't know if you can see from here, but this is well loved. I have taken this with me on trips. This is what I wore a lot in the summertime. The shades in here are just absolutely gorgeous. Like these rose gold shades, the pigmentation is just stunning. I don't love all the cover shot palettes that Smashbox has come out with, but this is definitely one of their absolute best. Look at that, no base, nothing, just a quick finger swatch. This is not even like pressing hard or anything. And the other thing that I loved from that collection are these just absolutely beautiful highlighters. Mine was a sample, so it doesn't even say which shade it is, but I think I know what shade it is from according to the like the pictures online. So I'll try and find the exact shade and write it down. It was the one that was the most sort of rosy golden quartz shade. You know, it's this petal, like rose petal on the front. It looks metallic and just this chromy rose gold color. Mine is already kind of starting to be a bit screwed up because I did use it quite a bit, but there's a rose imprinted on it. And this was sold as a highlighter. I think this would work on really deep skin tones. If you have really deep skin, like how gorgeous would that be? I ended up using it as a shimmery blush. It's just like this perfect bronzy rose toned blush. Okay, so another product that I reached for a lot this year are sort of barely there lip glosses. Often when I'm like on the go, on the run, going out to run errands or whatever, I will just throw on a lip gloss, which is kind of weird because lip gloss for me is something that years and years, like I never wore lip gloss anymore. Now I've kind of rediscovered gloss because I like to wear it just without anything underneath. The Fenty Gloss Bomb, this is the first one that they came out with, the Fenty Glow. And this is just a beautiful, like all around perfect gloss. I love the scent of it. I love the flavor. This gives a lot of shine to your lips. It's a very nude color. Before I started getting into this, I love this one. I still reach for this one all the time. This is also by Kiko. And this is the 3D Hydra Lip Gloss. This is like really a barely there gloss with a lot of shimmer to it. This is the shade 04, but there's a lot of micro glitter in here, but the glitter is not chunky and gross that you feel it on your lips. Like it just makes your lips look wet. So I would wear this often just by itself, or I would do a lip butter underneath, like a sheer lip butter, and then pile this on top. I don't know, it just makes, like, look at that. It makes your lips look plump and luscious. It's like that little micro glitter in there, especially as you get older. If you are someone like me who does not have lip filler, you start to see a little bit more noticeably like the lines as you age, like naturally. If you want to make your lips look plumper, is to get these kind of semi-sparkly, clear-ish lip glosses, and you can either layer it on top of your lipstick or just wear it as is and just, you know, put that on top. It makes your lips just look so much more plump. Okay, I did have one mascara favorite, L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Now this is the waterproof version. This is the one that I wear in the wintertime. In spring, summer, I would wear the regular formula, so the water soluble one. And I think I actually do like the formula of the non-waterproof one better, but I really do like this mascara overall. And the last thing I wanted to quickly talk about is my skincare. This year has been really a difficult skin year for me. I had last year, at the beginning of last year, I had perioral dermatitis and I went to a dermatologist. He put me on antibiotics. It took a long time for it to go away. It did go away, and then I had to kind of reassess my whole skin care regime, and I started reducing and I started not doing as much to it because I feel like it was probably caused by over cleansing and overdoing it, and I just kind of went back to the basics. One product that I have used a lot this year and that I've repurchased, and actually just ran out of my big pot like a few days ago, so I only have this little sample here. This came in the Clinique Advent Calendar, which they kindly sent me. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief Cream. I have been loving this. It's just like a really nice gel cream format. This is great if you have combo skin if you have slightly oily skin. 100% fragrance free, like all of Clinique's products. They don't use fragrance, which is the first criteria for me. I just don't like fragrance in skincare. Yeah, it's just a great moisturizer that doesn't clog your pores. So if you're someone who's maybe more acne prone or a little bit oilier skin, this is just a great one. It's just a nice staple and gives me moisture without greasing up my skin. It just has that beautiful gel-like, very light texture. I feel like it really does moisturize my skin, but it doesn't weigh it down. It doesn't clog the pores. And lastly, I just wanted to quickly mention two fragrance favorites. As you can see, there's not even that much missing up here, but it is so concentrated that you only need very small amounts of this particular perfume. This is by Diptyque and it's the Oud Palau. It's very potent. It has a very specific scent. I don't really know any fragrance that smells like this. So if you like oud fragrances, oud is a Middle Eastern kind of ingredient. I think it comes from agar wood, and they've only become sort of popular in the Western world in the last few years. I was on the hunt for like my perfect oud fragrance. This is the one that was just like, wow, this is it. This is my oud perfume. Oh my God, it is so good. If you like rich, intense perfumes, I am not a floral girl. I am not a like just florals or just fruity or just, you know, watery scents. Like they need to be something very special. This is very special. This is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. This is actually a unisex fragrance. I am totally into unisex fragrances now, honestly, because I don't like sort of that typical feminine scent. This is by Serge Lutens and it's the Ambre Sultan perfume. This one now, this is the travel edition because I felt like this was great for taking like in your purse. I think it's called Le Vaporisateur. It lasts a long time. It's another unisex perfume. If you like any kind of amber scent, so amber is a major component of this, obviously. It is just an absolute classic amber scent. Whenever someone recommends like, oh, what's a good amber scent? Someone will recommend this perfume because I think it's been around since like the 80s or something. So this is not some new concoction. It's been around for a long time. I feel like this scent is timeless. It is amber and it's very spicy. So there's a lot of other spices in here. There is, I think, vanilla in here as well. So it kind of gives it that sort of, yeah, like unisex, like that spiciness, which is the masculine, but it has the vanilla, which people more associate with women's fragrances. So it's just the perfect blend for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments what were some of your 2018 beauty favorites. I would love to try some new things. And you can also subscribe to my channel and don't forget to turn on the notifications so that YouTube will tell you when I upload a new video, hopefully. I will see you very soon. Bye.